challenges affecting Zambia's agricultural sector. He said achieving government's targets of producing 10 million tons of maize and 1 million tons each of wheat and soya beans by 2031 would require concerted efforts and practical interventions. President Hichilema explains that with the technology currently available, farmers should be capable of producing significantly higher yields, noting that it was unacceptable for a farmer to harvest less than 2 tons of maize per hectare. He urged farmers and industry players to adopt innovative practices and apply knowledge more effectively to maximize output. Government has clarified that it has not closed 4 radio stations on the Copperbelt. Information and Media Permanent Secretary Thabo Kawana says this is contrary to reports circulating in some sections of the media which claim that the stations were shut down through the ministry and the Independent Broadcasting Authority, IBA. Mr. Kawana explains that the Zambia Information and Communications Technology ZICTA, acting as a regulator, has instead issued a provisional suspension of the affected radio stations after their frequencies were found to be interfering with airport and aircraft communication. He says the stations will be allowed back on air once they retune their frequencies and complete the required tests. The Litunga King Lubosi Imwiko II of the Lozi people is today, Thursday, March 26, 2026, expected to sound the royal drums at Liolui Royal Village. The sounding of the drums will summon royal paddlers to gather at the palace in preparation for the Kuomboka ceremony scheduled for Saturday, March 28, 2026. The evening event attracts people from all walks of life who gather to witness the splendor of the royal drum sounds. The Lusaka Subordinate Court has adjourned a matter involving 3 foreign nationals facing multiple human trafficking charges to April 27, 2026, following an appearance for the return of a breach warrant and an explanation by the arresting officer. One of the accused, Ashke Arora, an Indian national, appeared before the Chief Resident Magistrate Davis Chiwila in proceedings where the defense raised concerns over delays and their impact on the accused person's livelihood. Defense counsel submitted that one of the accused had been unable to properly conduct business activities for the past 6 months due to the inconvenience arising from repeated court appearances and holding of his passport by the police. However, Chief Resident Magistrate Chiwili granted the state's application for a 1-month adjustment period, ruling that the matter would proceed on April 27, 2026 for mention of trial and the return of the bench warrant relating to accused number 3, Ashke Arora. The head of South Africa's police force has been summoned to appear in court in connection with a health contract that is the subject of a criminal investigation. General Musemola and court was served with a notice to appear in court on the 21st of April over his alleged role in the awarding of a controversial $21 million United States dollar tender. Authorities declined to disclose which charges he will face. Masemola, 62, is the third police boss to face a criminal investigation while in office, but there has been no word on his possible suspension. Following the allegations of corruption linked to the awarding of the contract, a dozen senior officers have been formally charged over the role in the deal, which has since been cancelled. Up next, we have the weather.
Sky FM weather.
In your weather today, we expect partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies with a high around 27 degrees Celsius. A front cold is approaching in Lusaka, potentially bringing isolated showers and cooler evening temperatures. Winds will be light to moderate, coming from the east-southwest. Expect continued cloudiness with a chance of thunderstorms towards the weekend and the early next week. That's all the news we had for you this morning, but before we go, we recap on the headlines.
Sky FM 85 on the news.
Sky FM on the news.
President Hichilema urges farmers to increase innovation. South Africa's top police officers face charges of corruption. And our weather today looks cloudy and warm. To join us for more news at 11 hours at every top of the hour, my name is Natasha Yombwe. Keep listening to Sky FM.
Sky FM 885.